Does using AI at the workplace actually makes you lazy? No, it does not make you lazy. It just means that you're probably smart with your time, honestly. Now, I'm not talking about the big tech AI. I self-hosted my own AI through VPN connections. I hosted my own AI model on my own machine to my own accord because I bought a second-hand computer that is very powerful. It's a gaming PC. Back in the day, quote unquote, I just decided, you know what, I think I'm gonna use this as a self-hosted AI model because, I cannot trust big tech anymore with my data and information. So what happened today? Well, my coworker caught me using my own large language model, and they decided to say that, oh, you're using AI to speed up process. Let me show you the old-fashioned way we do it here. Take note that I'm not really in the mood for doing slow stuff. I want things to be quick so I could probably do something else that requires me or probably help someone else with their job. But I use AI specifically for this because we have a whole system here in my workplace that we need to digitize a lot of old records from God knows when. These records are super old, 1970s to 1990s old. So old, it's obscurely old. Nobody will ever gonna read this letter from the 1910s or the 1940s because probably the people in this citation is probably dead already, but they're my boss. So the thing that I usually do is I would just scan the image through the big scanner because we have those big bulky industrial size scanners that could scan 100 pages fast. I cannot comprehend how fast these things are. Yeah, it's so fast. I don't know if the scanner actually read those images. Back to the story. I would scan these images through the scanner, and luckily enough, I would use AI. Now, before using my own large language model, I would use a Python script. I would use OCR, image to text converters. But sadly enough, it cannot really accurately identify each text because a lot of the words here are, especially for foreign languages, it cannot read it. It has a hard time doing it, and all of the stuff were typewriter. OCR alone cannot suffice. And then I use Google Lens because I'm so lazy, but even then Google Lens can't even do it. And then I decided to use my self-hosted large language model. I just wanted this to be quick, scan the image, get the text, just extract the text. It's not even hard. The model itself would reply fast. It takes 3 to 5 seconds to just spit me out a text. I'm not generating an image, I'm not generating an AI video. I just want to get the text extracted from these documents. Before I consulted my boss, I told him that, I'm using my large language model. I would delete it later. I basically told him that I'm not storing any data. I just want to extract the text. I'm not really in the mood for becoming another big data center. I just want to do my job more proficiently and quickly. And I've told him that if I resign at the job or I will quit the job or I'm done with the job, I'm out of the company or the office, I'm just gonna give the hard drives to them because they're so paranoid. I'm it's not a big deal if I'm just gonna send them my storage device because I'm just using the machine itself as just my large language model. So I don't really mind. So he was good with it, and one of my coworkers was not happy because they were typing and I was just copying and pasting everything. They were so mad because I was in good terms with my boss and we have a deal, and they just went ballistic and be oh, you shouldn't do that because this is tradition. I'm nah, I just want to finish my job quick. That happened. It's just crazy. Boomers need to get with the times. I'm not saying that every boomer hates change. Some of them really loves change, especially the ones who suffer a lot with traditional technology. Some boomers don't like change, and sadly enough, a lot of my co-workers are those type of boomers. They have their own entitlement on AI. I have my own. My boss is happy. I am happy. I'm doing my job proficiently, so everyone is a winner at this. But sadly, you cannot please everyone in the office.